Howdy, everybody, and welcome to Dreams of Infinity. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and magic keeper, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Ashleyien, Hana, and John. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Aren't they great? Few announcements real quick. Kira unfortunately had a school thing and will not be with us this evening, but she might be joining towards the end of the session. But unfortunately, Los will not be coming back. They're moving on to other things, and so we will be closing out Damian's storyline here shortly, and we will be introducing a new player and character here in the next few weeks. So just stay tuned for that. That's a quick thing. Now let's get into our sponsors for tonight's show. Our first one is Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built the tokens for this game. You can build yours today at heroforge.com. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or putting your favorite pictures in the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Now, for the rest of this week, tomorrow, we are back with another episode of Laropan Tales, our Tyranny of Dragons campaign. That's tomorrow, Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. After that, we are going to be on Monday at 7 p.m. Central, and that's with Aether Shanties, our Sagas campaign. So definitely check out both of those. Now you can keep up to date in our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's it. That's all of our announcements. So join us as we return to Laropa City and continue on with the Dream Seekers as they investigate the dreams of infinity. And we're back. So if you watch this show, you probably know how we do our recaps. I offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for a free reroll during the session. If I do the recap, I get the coin, and that gives a lot of my players anxiety for some reason. I don't really get it, but you know what? I can respect self-preservation. So, as always, I'm going to open it up. Who wants to do the recap?
Well, I know she's not here, but I believe Melody was going to. Salem unfortunately stole her journal from her backpack when he was trying to get French notes, so I think he'll do it for
Okay.
her.
Well, Salem, as reading for Melody, tell us what happened last time on Dreams of Infinity.
Last session began with us mid-combat on a rainy day, which normally I'd be celebrating, but it really kills my style to have my hair, makeup, and clothes all drenched. Hopefully next time we transform, it will be a clear day. As we got close enough to view the other building top, we spotted 5 cultists of different elements gathered in a circle with a rune glowing underneath them. Sky Seeker attempted to shoot one of her beams at them, but the spell was thwarted by a magical shield. As we made our way closer to the cultists, they combined their elements and formed a glowing pentagram in the sky, which then began to split open. Blossom Seeker used his explosion magic to crack the top of the building in an attempt to disrupt the rune the cultists were standing on. But although it was a brilliant idea, don't tell him I said that. I'm telling, I heard it. I saw it. You all heard it. She said it. She gave me praise. The fracture wasn't quite big enough, and the cultists were very persistent in their chanting. Before long, a large horned and winged outsider pushed its way through the split into the pentagram, and I have to admit it was a terrifying sight. Most of the squadron managed to grit their teeth and face it, but something about its presence just got me to the point that I was practically paralyzed with fear. My only solace was that Damian was also quivering in their boots, so at least they can't give me a hard time about it later. Since our squadron is all happy-go-lucky helping each other out, they talked me and Damian out of our frightened state, which I suppose I should thank them for later. As a team, we proceeded to take out several cultists, and I felt like we were doing fairly well, especially Starseeker's barrier blocking enemy attacks at the right times. But we still have a lot more to do, especially when it comes to dealing with the winged outsider. And that's it. She hasn't finished anything. There's a weird, drawing of a rose and some anime protagonist, but that's fine.
Wow. Juicy. Okay, there you go, Salem. There's that random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It's only going to last this session. Well, Dream Seekers. It is still Wednesday, September the 11th. It is still raining, and you are still in combat, as Blossom Seeker read. The strange flying creature is hovering overhead on its leathery bat wings, and it glares at you all with glowing eyes. There's that strange tooth-filled maw that shrieks this disheartening sound as it readies itself for its next attack. And as luck would have it, the ethereal cloaker gets to go first. Unfortunately for our heroes, the enemies all rolled higher on initiative than they did. So we're going to be starting off with a bunch of enemies. Doesn't that feel like... I feel like that just happened in another game recently. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, Dream Seekers.
Some of us were horrified. Thank you very much.
Yes, a
That's
couple
true.
of people were horrified and dropped to the bottom of turn order.
That is true. That did happen as well. But my sentiment's still the same. Oh, and currently 3 of you are disoriented. Damian is one of them, Nova Seeker. Melody is one, Soul Seeker. And Aisha is one, Star Seeker. The 3 of you are currently disoriented, which I'm going to remind you what that is here in 1 second as soon as this thing loads up for me. My thing is so slow today, I don't know why.
If you want, I have it pulled up on the book already.
Oh, perfect. Go for it.
All right, with the disoriented, this one's kind of nasty. Your attacks and rolls to resist physical are rolled with disadvantage. Your skills checks are rolled with disadvantage. Disoriented Magi-Knights automatically fail leadership checks and cannot gain the benefits of a squadron formation. Disoriented, and then we don't need that. You can take a full round action, or an ally can use a standard action to make a mysticism skill check against the initial roll to resist. On a success, you remove the condition.
So what page is that?
That is page 176.
Thank you.
Or page 3 of the quick reference guide.
It's
Available on Drive-Thru RPG.
true. Okay. Well, with that in mind, Magi-Knights, let's go ahead and do this. The ethereal cloaker is first, which is fun. The cloaker is flying high overhead. It is currently about 40 feet off the top of the roof that you are currently standing on. I'll remind you you are on a 3-story tall building right now down in the warehouse district of Southern Laropa. So there is that too. You're on top of this roof. You're looking up to see this creature. Let's see what he's going to do. I got to remember how this guy works. Okay. 20-foot cone. Yeah, I think what it's going to be doing is it flies downward at an angle about 20 feet to get to right here.
Ugh.
Beep.
It is now 15 feet off the roof. It is then going to begin to flap its wings very violently. As it does so, I'm going to need Aisha, Katrina, and Arya to give me a roll to resist physical strength.
Good luck, girl.
Roll to resist physical strength.
Yes.
Just a strength check.
Strength check.
That's fine. She's
Oh.
little. That's not surprising.
Disadvantage. So click this twice. Did it not go twice? Again.
Yeah, it just mine's in between.
Oh.
You got 2 14s.
Oh, I did. Okay. I did not. Okay,
Yeah.
I got confused. Wow. Okay.
I got a 1 in between your 2 14s.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did. Here's the bad news, Magi-Knights. All 3 of you failed. You are all going to be pushed 15 feet backwards.
This is a joke. Since I'm leaving its threat range, can I take an attack of opportunity?
No, you can't. There are
Oh.
no attacks of
Oh.
opportunity on force movement.
So like directly back?
Yeah, directly back at 15 feet. And
Wait,
you are going to take. What's that?
Did Melody need? No.
No.
Okay, I understand.
No, it's just the 3.
10, 15. Or is it at an angle?
I'm not even gonna do that.
So it's going to be at the angle that you went from the creature. So
Yeah.
So right in front of this cultist.
yes.
Nice.
Where did Arya
Don't worry about
end up?
moving Arya. She has only 1 HP, and I'm gonna just let her dissipate for the time being. It's fine.
That is fair, because as you all go flying back, you all land prone and take a total of 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof,
Ouch. Oops. I forgot I had temp HP. I should get rid of that first.
Yep. After that, it is, since it's using its targeted push attack, it gets to use its a bonus action feature to make a single attack with its tail. This is going to be going to Melody. That's a 24 to hit. I assume that hits.
Yeah, that hits Melody. I'm controlling Melody. I just remembered that.
You are controlling Melody. Well done.
Notes. I should have an editable document for HP.
That's going to be another 10 points of damage.
Oh, disgusting.
Okay. That's going to be it for the Cloaker's turn. Next off, we got this cultist here. The cultist is going to lash out at Damian, at Nova Seeker. I'm controlling Nova Seeker today, so I'm going to be making this attack on myself, basically. This is the cultist that is pincered between Nova Seeker and Soul Seeker. He is extremely damaged. He is extremely wounded, and is basically lashing out with his ritual dagger. That's going to be a 16, which misses. So good news for Nova Seeker. Let's see. We have the cultist in tan. That's the Earth cultist, and since Skyseeker was very conveniently pushed directly in front of them and is now laying on the ground right next to them, they're just going to go ahead and stab at you using advantage. That's a 23 to hit.
No, of course not. It doesn't hit at all.
No. That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. You're like just laying on your back looking up at him, and he just looks down, grins, and plunges that dagger right into you. Oh, I forgot. I should mention that everybody who was disoriented is no longer disoriented, because that ended at the end of their turn. Sorry, I forgot to say that.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
My apologies for not saying that sooner. I should have said that at the end of the Cloaker's turn, because the effect only lasted until the end of the Cloaker's next turn, which was that one. Anyway, now we're going to the Void Cultist. Let's see. Who do I want to go after? Kat and Aisha are on the ground. Yeah, I think either Nova Seeker or Soul Seeker. Let's see. Nova Seeker. So I need to look at one other thing. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a spell attack. Let's see here. Spell attack at Nova Seeker. That's a 12. That is a miss. Next off is the Fire Cultist. He is also going to take a shot at Damian. Ah, 17 just missed. Damian has a AC of 18. 19, sorry, 19. Okay, finally done with the bad guys. Let's start things off with our heroes. Skyseeker, you're first. You are on your back. The cultist in tan robes currently has just stabbed you. That hurts. What are you going to do?
Stand up?
Probably a good idea. Stand up using half your movement.
I guess I attacked the cultist in front of me. I will use my whip to try to hit the cultist. $19.
19 does hit.
That's 9.
9 points of damage. You slash at him with your whip. Crack!
I'm looking. What was my actual roll? Actually, not high enough.
You
Okay.
rolled a 13.
Yeah. Because if I could roll a 16, I can ensnare. I think it's the actual roll and not the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the number on the dice.
So I will do my second attack, but if I ensnared, I couldn't.
Okay.
Did I roll? No, it didn't go through. Thought I clicked it. Maybe I didn't click the right spot. There. 24 to hit.
Holy
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So.
Now that was an 18 on the dice.
Yep. That's 5 damage, and I can ensnare them.
Nice.
Which is restrain. So just wrap them in my whip and tie them up. So they're
Can you
restrained.
get a third attack?
If I pass the first 2, actually I can, but then I couldn't do the.
Oh.
What is the rule for the? It was the vibration form. Vibration form. If you hit twice. I'll try the third attack instead. I might get enough.
So you're not going to ensnare?
Nope. Not
Okay.
right now. And the third one wasn't high enough to ensnare, so. But 21 should hit, I hope.
Yeah, 21 definitely hits.
For 6 more damage.
Jesus.
Nice.
So the third attack, but no ensnare because only the second one was high enough. So I think if it's tangled, I can't attack again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense though. But
so, yeah,
still,
so I did.
3 cracks of your ribbon whips.
Snap, and then the what is it called? The vibration. Another hit.
Nice. Yeah, he went from being nice and healthy to severely wounded in one turn there. Very nice. You're gonna use the rest of your movement? You still got half of it.
I can't move very far because if I move away, they can attack.
Mm-hmm.
I might just move on to the side of them.
Okay. Okay, next up, we've got Blossom Seeker.
Awesome. Quick question. Is the big guy, you said, is he still floating or is he back on the ground?
He is still flying. He is 15 feet in the air. So that there's like this big O generator here next to that's underneath him. So technically he would be 10 feet above that.
You said 10 feet? Damn.
Or wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, well, less than that, really. Because let's say it's probably about 7 feet tall.
Mhm.
So it would be 8 feet in
Okay.
the air above that.
All right. I'll let you know because I want to move closer and summon Arya on top of it to see if she can hit it.
Before you proceed, do you want to start victory formation? We're both proficient in leadership, so it only costs an exhaustion point each. And then we could start reducing, getting a little DR, and intercepting damage even if we're farther away.
Okay, sure. I don't have any of that actually pulled up, so I'm not quite sure how we would do that. But if you say we can do it, then sure.
Technically, we were supposed to agree at the beginning of the round, but you can only do anything on the squadron leader's turn.
Mm.
And it doesn't say it takes like a specific kind of action to initiate, so I'm interpreting this as a free action.
Probably.
Since like it costs inspiration points and or exhaustion.
Gotcha.
And I think we all have friendly bond at this point because that's only 20.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so no one's going to take any stress from joining a formation, and we're all within 60 feet of each other right now.
Okay, sure.
Cool. And we've yet to use this mechanic, and it's one of the coolest things to me, so I want to see it in action.
I don't know how it works. Because we've never used it.
Yeah, so we've had to pay the formation cost for the formation we chose when we leveled up was victory formation. So that's 2 inspiration points. No one has any inspiration right now. But instead, you can take 2 exhaustion points. Unless you're trained in leadership, then you can take 1 exhaustion point.
Yep.
That's just a cost to activate it. Now that it's activated, we reduce physical and magical damage by 2 times the squadron level, so we reduce all damage by 2. And as a reaction, we can intercept the damage on behalf of any other Magic Knight within formation range.
Nice. You said formation range is the 60 feet, correct?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Hell yeah.
Right on.
Well, if that's the case, then if we're able to do that before Salem takes his turn, he'll raise his parasol high into the ground and kind of almost shoot out a beacon and yell out for all the Magi-Knights to form up and activate that. So I will take the exhaustion.
I have also taken the exhaustion.
Perfect. And now we have the formation. Okay, cool.
So how does that look like when you take take this formation? Do you do like striking poses, Ginyu style, or something like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, Salem will, regardless of what everybody else is. It's going to be that dramatic, like, sort of mommy from Huela, where a teacup just like magically appears in his hand. Just,
I think since this is specifically like our defensive one, like Aisha does like a little flare of her barrier all around her, and it kind of like sprays light out.
Nice.
Nice. So it's just the 2 of you in the formation?
It should be
Okay,
everybody.
It should be everyone because we're all within 60 feet.
So everyone's able to do this. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yep.
this affects Melody, or Soul Seeker, and Nova Seeker as well.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mhm.
And we
Well,
take
we all
two.
remain within 60 feet each of other. You could, like, outside that?
And we all take two exhaustion.
No.
No.
It's the entire team has to pay the cost. It's like a cost of 2 inspiration, or the alternate, you can take exhaustion points to pay one of those inspiration instead. Since the 2 people with leadership proficiency did that, we only had to take 1. So no one else in the squad has to take any exhaustion or stress.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now with the formation fully ignited, everybody's got their stuff. Salem's going to charge up 20 feet. And then for their action, I'm going to resummon Arya back onto the field in void form. Right
Okay.
there. And now she's going to hit the dude. Because she's on top of the building. She wants to be tall.
Area.
Okay, so, like, I'm trying to visualize this. Are you... Because the thing is 15 feet in the air, so it would technically be 8 feet above the generator that this gray thing is right here. So are you, like, poofing Arya out above the creature, and it's attacking as it's falling? Is that what it is? Or it's like you're poofing it out on the...
I'm sorry. Well, that's kind of what I was asking before, because I thought I misunderstood then, because I thought with standing on top of the building, she would be in range to hit. If she's not, then I can do something else.
Yeah, that's... I'm trying to...
3D combat's so difficult.
Yeah, 3D combat's difficult in a 2D plane. So basically, Arya is a Pokemon, so it's only a couple feet tall.
Also, the generator thing's only like 5 feet tall.
Well,
Not
it's
like,
like
I think-
7 feet tall. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
And then that thing's 15 up, so it's 8 feet above that thing.
Above that, yeah. So
Yeah.
even if the Pokemon's 2 feet tall, there's still 5 feet of space. So if she has a reach attack, that would work. But if it's it has to be right next to each other. There's a gap there.
Yeah,
Can
okay.
Arya hover like we can?
I don't believe so. I never saw anything
Okay.
for that, unfortunately.
Not dropping
That's-
her
So-
on top of it.
So then my question is, number 1, can Arya fly?
No, we're not high enough level for her to be
Okay.
able to fly.
So then number 2, are you able to poof Arya out like in the air, just in thin air, or does it have to be on a flat surface?
It just says 20 feet away from me. So in
So-
theory, we could do a poof up above and she could do a flying attack down.
Yes. So that sounds like something she could do. It would be
All
like
right.
a 5-foot fall, and a 5-foot fall doesn't really do damage. So
All right, cool. I'm here for that if you want to do that. That works for me.
yeah, I'll allow it because it's under 10 feet, so there wouldn't be any fall damage.
All right, sure. Then yeah, that's what I'll do. Action to summon, and then bonus action have her hit. So
Okay, go for it. Make your attack roll.
damn, 11.
We spent all that time trying to figure out how this would work.
I know.
And then she
just for
misses.
a miss. It's
You
fine.
do still have the coin, though, I will point out.
You know what? Sure, let's go ahead. This is fine. I think this is cool, and I want to see it succeed. Dang it.
Put it on there. So, yeah, there you go. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you. Let's go. 25.
There you go. That hits.
Sweet. And it looks like total damage is 13 void damage.
13 points of void damage. What are these creatures' things? I forget. Yep, we're good to go. 13 points of damage. Arya just poofs in the air. This weird little fox thing, kind of flapping its paws, but as it goes down past the creature's wing, the Arya slashes at it, cutting deeply into the wing. The creature cries out in pain, just kind of kind of sound. For 13 points of damage.
Nice.
We got Dido in chat saying good evening. Howdy, Dido.
Hello, Dido. Right, and that is my turn.
Love it. Okay, Aisha, you are up next. Technically, you were on your back, but since you did a formation, I'm going to say you're on your feet.
Oh, thank you. I didn't mind losing half my movement, but I'll take having my full move. Too many targets, Blossom Seeker. Who do I focus on?
Oh shit. Okay. I mean, if you want to take out the guy that's furthest away, because I think we're all gonna have a pain getting to him if he can't escape.
Sounds good. Okay.
Or how close is? Wait, is he
I
close
can do it.
enough?
I can
Or-
do it. I have 35 move and a 10-foot range weapon.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Actually, now I just have this mental image of Aisha doing her formation pose, but on her back.
Oh, jeez.
Too late, you already gave it to me.
Too late.
Height 1, 2. There's a spot. 10. Yeah, that's the one. Perfect. Yeah. Is that the spot? Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna bring myself there, and I'm going to focus first on the gray cloaked one.
Okay.
Does exhaustion roll happen for attack rolls too?
Yes.
Cool. Where is? Oh, it's on this page.
How many points of exhaustion do you have?
I have 3.
You have 3.
It's a difficult one. Low number bad.
Low number bad, high number good.
Okay, so minus. I rolled 1, so I minus 3 from my result.
Find my cheat sheet.
What page is that on? I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, I know. I have to look at that one too.
Hmm.
126.
126.
Apparently, it's not in the quick reference. I just
Okay. 1d6. Cash 5 exhaustion points. Yeah, okay, yeah. You have to roll the number on the d6 and negate it, otherwise the exhaustion level goes from, so that's a 14 to hit.
Okay, a 14 just hits. Yeah, real lucky there.
Oh, hell yeah. Did I click this to roll damage? I swear, this is not my first time.
it's been a while.
13 points of
Been
damage.
a while.
Wow.
Nice. You slash heavily with that long great sword of yours, cutting through the cultist's chest, bisecting his robe just a little bit. Did some good damage there.
I am not going to. Oh, I guess it was actually 15. I forgot about amplify. I'm not going to flare amplify. I'm going to use my shard of mending.
Okay.
That's the mending lesser. D12 plus Magi-Knight level 6, and we are level 4. So that is 10 HP of damage gone away.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
That is
That
my
for your turn?
Move, action, bonus.
Okay. Looks like it is Nova Seeker's turn next. They're locked in combat here with that cultist. So I'm going to have them do an attack. They're going to be swinging their longsword. That's going to be a 25. That it does hit.
Nice.
6 points of damage. That's going to be enough to take that cultist out. So Nova Seeker is going to basically do a shield punch, knocking the guy back, and as the man stumbles, he just swings. Nova Seeker just swings, hitting the man right across the neck. He flops down to the ground. Gone. Damian, or Nova Seeker, is then going to move. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right here. I'm going to be like, hey, you're next. Melody is up. Soul Seeker. What's she do?
We haven't used any dynamic objects.
That's true.
It's true, we haven't.
Is the thing we're fighting a vassal? Like the big guy?
Look. With 1 second here. Of course, I didn't note that on the character sheet itself, because these character sheets are not the best for monsters. So... look it up in the book real quick. That would be... Yes, this is a vassal.
Awesome. So, what I would like, have Melody, or Soul Seeker, do is leap up to do an aerial claw combo.
Mm-hmm.
And as part of that, just like the sheer force of it, inflict the prone condition.
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's see if you can hit.
Heck yeah. That's on this page. +6. That makes sense. It's about the same. 1d20 +6. So that's an 18.
18 does hit.
Awesome. D4 damage.
Did she transform or did she? Oh, did she lose that? She might have lost that.
That's a great question. I don't remember if she transformed last time.
I thought she did, but I didn't know if it went away with the disorienting stuff because it has total focus. So.
Disorient does not lose total focus, so she would be transformed.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look at transform real quick. I'm sorry.
It does the additional damage.
Yeah, I just need to know.
How much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can look real quick.
At the end of this whole game, we're gonna have this book memorized cover to cover. I swear.
As spell hits your soul weapon power is 3d4.
Wow.
So, 3. Does she still add an ability mod to damage?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, hold on. It's.
Oh, you
Yes,
use man.
and you use ma'am for damage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's better for her. Where is that on this sheet? That I would have an easier time if I wasn't looking at a bunch of screenshots.
6.
6?
Spell attack is 6.
Oh, okay. So that first hit is a total of 13 points of damage.
Wait a minute. That's-
4.
Oh, spell attack is 6, so that would mean man would be a lower number.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I was like, wait a minute. What
I
is
just trusted the thing that was said to me.
space? 3. It would be 3.
Yeah. Cool.
So 7 plus 3.
So 10.
10 points of damage to the creature. Melody leaps up, slashing with her claws. Claw connects, cutting deep into the creature's wing, causing it to lose air for a moment and go plummeting down. Now you still can make your coupled attack. It does not get the additional damage.
Yeah, I know that it doesn't get the transform damage. Is it the same ability modifier?
Should be.
Okay,
Could be. Just not the extra damage.
cool.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Yep, that is a fail.
I
But
will say-
Oh, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
No, you got this. I think we're about to say the same thing.
well, I was going to say that Dido just redeemed advantage in chat. So if you want to use that, our old buddy Roy is offering you some help.
Thank you, Roy Daito.
Roy is Dido's kid.
Oh, that makes sense. I did not know the child's name. 15 to hit.
15? Still not
I don't
enough,
think so.
unfortunately.
Yeah, at least it's not a crit. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't a
That
crit fail.
always feels better.
Yep.
I
So, go ahead.
feel bad using her items, but I think she needs to heal also.
It's probably
we are-
fair.
Going to bonus action Shard of Mending Lesser. That's 6.
That's 6
is
points
her,
of healing.
That is her turn.
Was she able to knock it down?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was able to knock it down. So basically what happened was she jumped up and did what was that attack from Street Fighter? Hoidoken or whatever? Like, the twisting...
Shoryuken.
Yeah, whatever. Doing that twisting punch, slashing with her claws. It catches the wing of the creature, and it loses air and goes plummeting down just as she's falling. She tries to take a second slash, misses, but lands in a crouch just as the creature, boom, hits the refrigeration unit and goes tumbling down onto the top of the roof here. As when it hits that, it's going to take some damage. Taking an extra 3 points of damage, and basically this big old pipe breaks, spraying a shower of water out onto the roof. Now, it's already raining, so y'all are wet as it is, but it creates a massive puddle of water here in the center of the roof. Some of that water begins leaking down into the cut, the bit of the broken part of the roof that y'all damaged previously. So there's that too. So there you go. Yeah, big old shower of water.
That's what heroes do. We destroy things and beat up bad guys.
Me under my umbrella. I don't know what y'all are talking about or complaining about. I'm fine.
I'm
This is
not
great.
complaining. That's what heroes do.
Okay, why not? Does Melody want to move?
I think now that she's no longer in the threat range, she's actually gonna go I can't control her movement, but go
Yeah, I
flank red cultist.
Red cultist, you got it. Okay. So Melody goes skating across the increasingly more wet roof to line up with the red cultist. We're at the top of the turn order. Top of the turn order, we've got the cloaker. It's going to have to use half of its movement to stand up. That's a pain. It is looking very wounded right now. It's going to lash out angrily. As it flies up, it's going to fly 10 feet. And it's going to be using its unearthly howl, which is how much of a radius? Oh, no, wait a minute. No, that's fine. Never mind. It's not going to do that right now. Instead, it's going to just fly over towards Salem and make an attack with its tail. That's an 11. I assume that misses.
Does.
What about a 19?
I think that hits. Should hit.
Yep. Okay. Doing 9 points of piercing damage.
Okie doke. Perfect.
And it is there. It's going to remain flying 10 feet in the air above you.
Okay.
Don't forget to reduce it.
What?
Don't forget to reduce it from our formation.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Thank you. 22. There we go.
How much is the damage reduction from the formation?
2.
2.
Okay, next up is the cultist in tan robes, locked in combat with Sky Seeker. Going to be making an attack with its dagger. That's 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
How's your
8
HP?
points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage minus 2.
Yeah.
I am down to 15.
Okay.
You're good.
We're going to go to the Void Cultist now. The Void Cultist is going to make a shot against Starseeker. Void Ray. Or Void Beam. That's a 9. Yeah, that misses.
That went way off course.
Yeah, it did. I guess getting cut across the chest by a greatsword ruins your aim. Next off is the cultist that is surrounded by Soul Seeker and Nova Seeker. Who's the bigger target here? I can't decide. I guess physically, Nova Seeker is bigger. Well, I'll let the dice decide.
I feel like Nova Seeker would try to get the attention.
Yeah, I do too, honestly. Let's go with that. Okay, making an attack. That is a 12 miss. Katrina, you're next.
I am going to whip this cultist that's next to me.
Whip it good.
26.
When a cultist comes along, you must whip it. Yeah, 26 hits.
7 damage.
7 points of damage. It's looking very hurt.
Okay, the second hand. Only 12.
That's a miss.
Nah.
Dude seems to be hanging on by a thread.
My keyboard fell. No, I guess that's it for now. I was gonna do something, but I don't know if it's worth it.
It's up to you.
A rushed attack would not hurt the big guy as much as a regular attack. Because it would only do half damage, and I'm down to my last 3 MP or 4 MP, so I will save it and try to do a bigger attack later.
Sounds good. Next, we're going to Salem.
Right. Big boy in front of me. I'm going to Explosion Bell Tier 2. I'm going to Verdant Arpeggio second movement. 12 to hit. So miss, but let's see.
So it does still do damage, but I believe it does half damage.
Yes. And then I need to add another D12 to that. So 3, so 15 I'm sorry,
17.
20 halved. So 10 damage, 10
Yeah.
earth damage.
Okay. 10 points of earth damage.
And then I'm going to have Arya charge in, run off the roof, and leap attack at it. Because she's got that movement.
I like it.
27 to hit. Oh, shit.
27 hits.
That was a crit.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
It didn't add the crit damage, so it's 8 plus. Let me roll her other d8. Because we do the double, right? Double dice?
Yes, double dice.
Sweet. So add another 2, so 10 void damage.
10 more points of void damage. Creature roars out in pain. It is looking severely wounded.
All right. That's my turn. I'm good. Look at me. I'm the captain.
Absolutely. Aisha's up next.
Okay.
Star Seeker. Goddamn. I'm seriously going to make a rule for the rest of my campaigns. No dual letters.
It's only our Magi-Knight personas.
I know. Anyway, go ahead, Star Seeker.
We're gonna start off with a simple swing of my sword at that black. That's definitely not gonna hit. But for completion's sake, I did overcome the exhaustion at least.
Hey.
10 to hit.
Yeah, 10 unfortunately misses.
11. I'm gonna bonus action flare to get the bonus damage back from amplify.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna move ever so slightly so that yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
That way I may have a reaction if he decides to not focus on me. And that's my turn.
Absolutely. Next up, we've got Nova Seeker. Going to take a swing at the cultist. They're fighting. Oof, 7. That's a miss. Okay. I don't think they have a bonus action. No, I don't see one. Okay, that's it for their turn. They're going to stay right where they are. Next up is Soul Seeker.
I have a question for the amplify. It helps with attacks too.
It helps with to hit and damage as well.
Yes.
With when I flare. Specifically,
I believe it's 2 plus 2, right?
1 plus rep, so currently plus 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, that's the damage and just also 1 plus rep for it to hit.
Yeah. So a 9 wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Neither would a 12.
I forgot that was in play.
Yeah, so did I. Multi-week battles. Anyway.
Yeah.
Soul Seeker's going to take her claws and try to hit this guy in between. Wow, I'm rolling so many ones. That's a total of 7.
That is a miss.
Well, we'll have the couple damage, but we'll try the other claw. 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Cool. Let's roll a d4 and add 3, 5.
5 points of damage.
Oh, 7.
Oh, 7. You're right.
Information.
And that's her turn.
Okay, 2 slashes from Soul Seeker's claws. One of them does manage to connect, doing some damage. We are back at the cloaker. Being hit by magic and a little fox thing is not too much fun. I'm going to say that it's going to make one attack at each.
Cool.
This first attack is at Blossom Seeker. That's an 8. That's a miss. Second attack is towards Arya. That's a 14.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
AC
Very
15.
nice. It just screeches in frustration. Next, we got some cultists. This one is going to attempt to shove you, Sky Seeker. So I'm going to have you do opposed athletics checks.
Athletics? Okay.
Supposed to be a cultist. You're one of the most athletic people on our squad.
Let's go. He broke his wrist pushing you.
Could the cultist beat a 26?
We're about to find out. Probably not. Nope, 16. It tries to shove you, but you just you bodily stand there. It just bounces off of you. God damn.
Grab the arms, do a quick little dance jig with your legs, go
Yeah.
back to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Hands off.
Hey.
It is it couldn't push you back. It's going to do the thing it's trying to do anyway. Yeah, it's going to turn and run towards the puddle. So this is giving you an attack of opportunity.
Get him.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh no, there's a puddle.
Well, I mean, I'm going to point out again that it is currently raining outside.
Yeah.
Which means the entire roof is one big slick shiny mess.
Yeah,
A 21's going to
12.
hit.
It's 2.
5.
7.
Plus the flare. thing.
Dude had
So
1
7.
hit point left.
Let's go.
Sky Seeker, tell us how this looks as it turns and runs away.
Turns and runs, and she just whips it with its whip and pulls them down, so it's flat on the ground and is unconscious.
He is down on the ground.
So I don't think they die. They just all get knocked out.
Yeah, technically the lore is they don't die. You're just removing the negative energy that's forcing them to be cultists. Okay. That's it for that dude. We got the Void one next, who's facing off against Starseeker. They are going to be making another Void beam attack. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That does hit for 5 points of Void damage.
Okay. I'll take that handily. I didn't notice that Soul Seeker has coordinated attack. So for
Advantage.
no, it gives it 2 extra damage once per
shit.
turn. 2d4 extra damage once per turn. Wow. Can I just
Okay.
roll that for
Yeah,
the
go for it.
red? Thank you. So yeah, Red Hood took 5 more damage.
Okay, 5 more damage. I will
Sorry.
note that
Thank
real
you.
quick. Oh, no, you're good.
It's probably playing somebody else's character.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, mark that down on the hit points. So, next off, we are We are at the cultist, that the fire cultist that we just added the damage to. They're actually going to be doing the same thing to Nova Seeker. They are going to be pushing them. 21, Nova Seeker.
Hi.
Okay. I'm doing a roll-off between two individuals. So how am I going to do this? Okay. I'm going to say that I'm going to roll a d20. If it's over 10, the cultist wins. If it's under 10, Nova Seeker wins. If it's exactly a 10, they are locked into it right here. That's over 10. That is the cultist. The cultist grabs onto Nova Seeker's armor and begins pushing them back. Push, push, push. They go right over to the edge. Nova Seeker hits the edge and begins flailing their arms back wildly. The cultist continues pushing forward, and the two of them tumble over this edge. You hear them both yelling, and then nothing.
Can a Soul Seeker take a attack of opportunity when it leaves her friend branch?
Yeah, you can.
11, no.
11, that's a miss. Soul Seeker goes slashing out at the cultist in a last-ditch effort to try to stop him, but to no avail. And the two of them go tumbling over the edge, disappearing from view. Katrina, you're up.
Cat will do a level 1 beam or little twister thing at the big boss.
Get him.
Um, 27.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, that's a crit.
That's a crit. Yep, it's a 20.
That is a crit.
I think it was a total of 14 wind damage, but...
Well, roll 3 more d8.
3 more d8.
So we just rolled double dice in this game.
Oops, I just did this. So
It's fine.
5, 6, 7.
So 21 points of damage. Sky Seeker, tell us how this looks.
Well, she does her spins her whip around a ribbon actually, and it just does this little tornado, and it wraps around the thing, brings it up, smashes it back down to the ground, and I guess it's kind of, I don't know how, does it disappear when it dies, or does it break apart?
It basically explodes into a shatter of sparkles before just disappearing.
No, yeah. So it'll take it up, smash it down to the ground, and choops.
Absolutely.
Sky Seeker, that was so cool.
I weakened him up for you.
You an area.
We're not going to talk about like the 80 plus damage you did last game at all to it.
Dido in chat is redeeming a healing surge to whoever needs it.
I'm okay.
Who's the worst hurt?
What's your HP at, Ash?
15.
Take it.
You sure?
Yeah, you have the lowest number.
Yeah, it's going to be 2d4 healing.
2d4. 2.
Why did I type that instead of saying it out loud?
Every little bit helps.
So I need to fix that. I just have to find it. Too many things open. It's like everything's on my laptop.
Yes,
So.
second screen.
Okay.
You still got bonus action movement, technically.
Yep. That one's dead, okay. Which one's, there's still only one alive?
Yep, there's the one that's currently engaged with the Starseeker, and there's the one that just pushed Nova Seeker
Went
off the
outside.
edge. Yeah.
I will just move closer. Yeah. That will be my turn. I don't think I have anything for bonus action right now.
Okay. Blossom Seeker, you're next.
Okay, not seeing... I move myself. Not seeing Nova Seeker anywhere. First gonna move 30 feet this way now. Getting a little worried, so just because I can't see anybody, I still want to make sure we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Restoration level 1, which is my Lavender Lullaby in E minor, just to give everybody some temp HP.
Nice.
7 temp HP. That's my movement, my action, and then just Arya's gonna make her way here as soon as she can. The tiny legs, 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go.
Okay, everyone gains a little temp HP as this lullaby emits out from Blossom Seeker. Star Seeker. Fuck. Star Seeker. You're next.
They're also like conceptually pretty similar too. All three of them.
I'm just scowling at you in DM.
Starseeker is going to yell out, "Nova, no!" And then attack the guy in front of her because there's still a active threat. That's not going to hit.
No, that's not.
It's even lower.
Ow.
Oof.
However, she's also dumb. Does quick sword technique? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm out of range. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it tells me how much I can move. After making a weapon attack against a target, you know. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna move 10 feet immediately. As an immediate action, thanks to quick sword technique. 1, 2, and I'm going to run and jump after Nova Seeker.
What? Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get to the edge and look down.
Yeah, do you have enough movement to get...
Well, I get 10 from quick sword technique.
Got it.
And then
Yeah, so
I
you're
have
good.
my full 35.
So yeah, you could technically jump over the edge if you wanted to. I'm here for it.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is she's gonna like look down, and if she does not see him directly below her, she's just gonna hover instead of actually falling.
Okay, so you go running, jumping up, and then begin to look downward. You cast your eyes downward. Make me a perception check.
Two.
You look carefully down on the ground, which is 30 feet below you. You can see the sidewalk, you can see the empty streets, but you do not see any sign of Nova Seeker or the cultist.
She's just gonna like emotionally like all her momentum just stops as the hover activates and goes, where did they go? That's my turn.
Okay.
And I'm not flaring because I'm emotionally distraught right now. My mind is out of the game.
Fair enough. Well, next off is Soul Seeker.
Fuck. I forgot.
Oh, she would kill the guy. She just no survivors.
Yeah, no, I know what. I just forgot that I took a drink, John. I took a drink.
Oh no!
I was like, oh, I forgot I'm next.
Oh shit!
Run towards the guy and go full vampire on it.
Damn right.
Rip out its throat.
Possibly. Let's find out if I hit. I can't move her, but I'm just gonna roll.
But I
this
can.
to hit. 12?
12 unfortunately misses.
What is it? Oh, I can't roll today. Also misses.
She's distraught.
Oh, she's just siphoning half of my luck to a second character is the problem.
This is true.
That's the turn.
Okay. That's it for Melody's turn. Next off, we got the cultist. Dude's last one on the roof. Looks about. You know what he's gonna do. Turns and begins to run to the north towards the ledge of the building, which means that Soul Seeker, you do have an attack of opportunity.
23.
That
Ready
hits.
this time.
And then it's 3d4.
Don't forget my transformation.
Yeah, that's 3d4.
Okay.
Plus 3. Jesus Christ. 9.
9 points of damage. It's a decent hit, but unfortunately not enough to take this cultist out.
I wish I was one step closer. I
Yeah.
would have been in range.
As it turns, Soul Seeker slashes across its back. He cries out in pain, dropping the dagger that he was holding, but keeps on stumbling forward, trips and hits the ledge across his belly, and just kind of goes ass over tea kettle right off the edge. You hear a ah, but then a and nothing.
They go splat.
You don't hear a thud.
Probably went poof through a shiny surface.
Guys. Nova Seeker's not down there.
Did they run off after a cultist down there?
The cultists took them over the edge. They should still be falling. It's too quick.
Well, Kat's gonna look where that one just jumped off to see if there's anything.
Make for me a perception check.
Hopefully better than a 2. Where's perception? I didn't roll. 12.
The streets are dark. There's an occasional street lamp, but not a whole lot of light right now. You're scanning back and forth, looking for some sign of Nova Seeker or the cultist. And almost on cue, a crack of lightning goes streaking across the shadowy sky, giving a brief layer of illumination. As you look back and forth, down on the street below, there is no sign of Nova Seeker or that cultist. Now keep in mind, it is 30 feet down, so it's difficult to see details at this range. But with the water pelting the surface of the ground, it's hard to know if there's any sign of anything down there. And I think that is where we're going to pause to go on break. So hey folks, we're going to be back in about 10 minutes. Looks like Kira might be back by then. So we will be able to pick things up right from here and see what our heroes are able to discover. Stay tuned, everyone. It's about to get interesting. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, our heroes have taken down the ethereal cloaker, destroying it. They defeated 3 of the cultists. However, 2 managed to escape. One by falling off the side of the building, Benny Hill style. The other one falling off the side of the building, Punisher style. Same thing, really. One of the cultists pushed Damian Novaseeker off the roof. And when our teammates came over to look for them, they saw neither the cultist nor Novaseeker. We come back on that scene. The rain is pounding each one of you. There is a sharp chill in the air, and a streak of lightning goes arcing across the skyline, creating a huge sound effect. Dream Seekers, what are you going to do?
I take out the communicator immediately. I had a plan, I'm not going to do it, but start yelling into it. Nova Seeker, where are you? You are stronger than this. You can't be taken out by some no-name in a robe. Where are you? We're not done yet. Where are you?
You
Maybe
hear...
they went through a window.
Sorry, what's that?
Maybe they went through a window or something.
You scream this into the communicator. The response is static, which is strange. You've never heard static come out of the communicator before.
Let's get down there. Maybe their communicator's broken.
I'm gonna start floating down.
Is it possible for them to break?
I don't know. I mean, why else would it be static, right?
As
Interference.
I'm gonna call out, Wandy, can these things break?
Wandy?
You're floating down, Starseeker, while the rest of the team is currently standing on top of the roof. As you call this out towards Wandy,
Yeah.
you look
that's
down
the new nickname.
towards the ground, and with another sharp crack of lightning, you see the shadowy form of the black cat with dragon wings. He is currently standing on the sidewalk right below you and seems to be sniffing at the ground. He looks up at you and Wandy shakes his head. No, they can't break in the sense that you mean. You're still floating. They're connected to your magic. It's actually a physical manifestation of your power, mostly used as a focal tool to assist you in, actualizing what you're doing. But no, that it shouldn't be. It wouldn't be broken if Damian's not able to speak through it. That means that they're either incapacitated or they're being blocked by magic. And it'd have to be more than just your general run-of-the-mill magic. It'd have to be something powerful to disrupt that. You kind of land softly next to the cat.
Like that thing. I think they're all floating down by now, unless they're doing something else.
Well, apparently you are, because that's what we're going with.
A cat wanted to get down to the bottom to look.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're floating down, landing just after.
Yeah, I would be like, could that thing on the roof interfere?
Oh,
that's not there anymore, but the one that was there.
No, that was your average vassal monster. It was powerful, but not nearly powerful enough to disrupt it. No, to do that sort of thing would have to be a very powerful creature.
On the way down, Kat would look to see if any windows were open or broken or something in case Damian went into a window.
Perception check.
Looking everywhere. Has to be somewhere, right? Slightly panicked. Did that work? I didn't hear it roll. That was the previous one. Didn't work. I didn't click the right spot again. The worst, 10.
No windows appear to be open.
Grabs Aisha. They have to be here somewhere, right?
Blossom Seeker, Soul Seeker, have you made your way down as well?
Yes, I'm going to float down. And maybe
Blossom, you're muted. Sorry.
Oh. I was just going to say I want to look around on the ground for any clues, like anything left behind, maybe?
Okay. That would be an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm also doing that as well. I think just the sheer shock of it. It's one of those weird things whenever like a loved one or somebody you care about, like something happens, you go into a weird state of like clarity. I've experienced a couple times. And so like, I think that's where Salem's at right now, where like, okay, so this is happening. Now he's in the planning phase and like trying to stay as calm and collected as he can.
And you can make an investigation check as well if you'd like.
Yeah, I got a 9, so I'm sure I didn't find anything.
Oh my god, no. 8. Jesus.
Dice are just telling a story tonight.
Not a good one. I'm just kidding.
You both do a thorough examination of the area around you, but not even footprints are on the sidewalk. It's raining hard, and the water on the ground obscures any signs of anything.
Cat is just gonna yell out, Damian!
You yell out, Damian, as loud as you can, looking back and forth. The night sky, unfortunately, does not reveal any clues. You hear a beeping of one of your watches. It's midnight.
Uh-oh. We're gonna turn into pumpkins.
Did anyone grab the dagger that dropped?
It was right in front of Soul. I don't think she wasn't here, so she didn't know about it. Soul, there is a dagger directly in front of you that happened in combat.
Can we say I did pick it up? Because I totally would have. I have another one, so be in my collection.
There's a lot of stuff going on, including like all the water from the broken pipe. Give me one more investigation check. Let's see if you could have found it before you jumped off.
Okay. Wait a second.
Roll well.
I mean,
You
she
just
knocked it
collected.
out of that dude's hand.
Another 9.
Unfortunately, you weren't able to find it.
Okay, without a catalyst. Anyway, Sarsika is looking for the biggest puddle she can see.
I'm just going to reiterate. It's raining. Literally everything is a puddle.
Cool. Okay. Well, if this is like spot where like I made it great, and it's like pooling a bit more. But anyway,
so yes, there are spaces where it pools more, like
Yeah.
the corners of the the streets, dips, things like that. Yeah, there are some areas that pool.
yeah. And she's going to think really hard about Nova Seeker and channel all her magic as hard as she can and try and jump into the puddle to chase after him.
Okay. You focus all of the magic you can summon. Make him mysticism check.
But the cool thing about this is this character's bad at these. That's a 6 on the die, so 4.
Watch as Starseeker jumps into a puddle, splashing water up onto their legs, the armor, the skirt, and then she stands
She
there.
starts stomping her feet in frustration.
Splash, splash, splash.
Why are you?
I think Salem sees that though, and it does actually remind him of something. I don't know if it's possible, but before there was a moment where we were able to catch on to a trail of energy using our soul crystals, if it's potent enough. So I think he might try to do the same thing that we did at the lumberyard to see if he can locate just like even the faintest trail of Damian's energy.
I like it. Make a mysticism check.
19.
Ooh, nice.
You kneel down, placing your hand on the pavement, focusing your magic, reaching deeply out into the ether. There's a glimmer. There's something. What is your friendship point with Damian?
I'm at 40.
You're at 40. Roll for me a D100.
$76.
It's like the flame of a candle at the back of a dark cave. It's more of a sense than something you can see, this barest flicker. But there in your mind's eye, you can feel it. It's distant, and it's faint. But as you're sensing it, I need to look on the map real quick. It feels like you stand up and you kind of close your eyes and you begin spinning around you have your hand pointed outward, and you just look for that point in your mind and begin pointing in that direction. When you open your eyes and look, you realize that you're pointing in a northeastern direction. And there, that flicker of magic, that familiar sense that in your mind registers as Damian. It's to the northwest.
All right. With that, is it possible to at least? I mean, that's a good start, but I think Salem still at least wants to reach out to the flicker to give some sort of energy back, to let a reassuring sense that I'm looking, I see him, I'm coming.
Magical ping.
Magical ping. One more mysticism check. Let's see if you can do this.
$13.
You're not sure whether or not the flicker noticed what you're trying to do. You're hopeful, but you don't sense anything back that might indicate they noticed.
Okay.
But you do have a direction.
Me too.
Do you think Damian went to to their car?
No,
They wouldn't leave us.
I think being hopeful is nice, but we can't afford that right now. We need to be realistic. We have a direction, though.
Direction?
We do?
We have a direction. So if we go
Where?
northeast. Explain on the way, but we need to see if we can get Damian's car working. Does anybody know how to drive or hotwire a car? Because I don't know if they left their keys.
I feel like they are keys in the ignition person. Everything we know about Damian's character.
Honestly, that's actually pretty fair.
You know what? I want the leader to roll a d20.
Okay.
If you can roll above a 10, or if you roll a 10 or above, the keys are definitely somewhere in that car.
Oh my god, no.
Oh.
They were in his pocket the whole time. I knew it. I knew they kept them with them. Fine.
Does anyone know how to start a car without keys?
Yeah, I mean, if you go down below, there's a couple of wires that you just need to like redo. I'm not good at it. Mom's done it a few times, but it's not my strong suit. But it is possible.
Your mother has done everything.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time to talk about it.
Everything illegal.
Legality is just a matter of like who's in charge.
I'm
What's
gonna
illegal to us is not illegal to people in higher positions. So I don't think in that sort of black and white terms. Anyways, we have a mission.
hand you a metal nail file from my bag and say, will this help you jimmy it open?
I'll see what I can do. I might need some assistance. And I look over at Melody.
Sure, I can help. Although, Kat was the one who picklocked the handcuffs perfectly.
That's
That
true.
has historically been the better rogue than the person who built the rogue.
Yeah.
Kat doesn't like doing illegal things, though.
It's legal. We're Magi-Knights. Damian's
So what
property is ours and our property is Damian's. It's like marriage.
Think of it more like illegal adjacent.
We need the car to help Damian.
Exactly.
It's not illegal to break into your own house.
This is for the
So-
better good. This is for saving Damian.
They might arrest you for it, speaking from experience, but, like, it's not illegal.
So what are we doing? What are we rolling? What? If Salem is Salem giving instructions and Kat's doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, fortunately, Damian parked the car a few blocks down. You're gonna have to walk down to the station wagon or SUV. I can't remember. It was one of the two. Fortunately, I guarantee that the doors are unlocked, or at least one of them is. Somebody forgot to lock the door.
Mhm.
So you are able to open it up and get inside. Now, as far as the roll, I feel like this is going to be a coordination check.
Is there any like bonus or anything from Salem doing it, or just like giving advice, or just a straight roll?
I think for this, we're actually going to adopt a Pathfinder 2E rule. Okay? So here's how we're going to do it. Because I estimate there's probably at least a 40% chance that Salem is totally full of shit and has never seen their mother do this. But there's also that possibility that that it definitely happened. So here's what I want you to do. Okay? I want you to make me a check, Salem, that you think represents the knowledge of this. It could be an insight check, it could be a STEM check, or it could be a coordination check. One of those three.
And we're going insight on this.
Okay. So you're going to make an insight check. You need to beat a 15. If you beat a 15, you're going to give Kat advantage on her roll.
Okay. 24.
24. Kenny Rules is in chat saying, "Hi, nerds. Hey there."
Hi, Kenny.
Yeah. Salem's not full of shit. His mom definitely is hot-wired cars in the past, and oddly enough, can actually give a pretty good some pretty good details and instructions on how to do this. Whether or not Kat can successfully do it, we're about to find out. But you get to make this coordination check at advantage.
Okay.
18.
That's a success. I wanted you to hit another 15. So, you jimmy open the undercarriage of the steering wheel with Aisha's nail file. You pull out some wires, begin twisting things around. Then you kind of strike the two of them together. The car turns on. The lights come on. You are in control.
So who can drive?
I've driven the car before, but
It's true.
Aisha can drive though. That's fine.
Who has a
Salem's
license? I don't know. I mean,
I might
who's
have
to
a-
say? I've
I
driven.
might have a license just cut from, like, film sets and stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
Give me another
Alright,
coordination
Aisha can
check.
drive.
Coordination.
Whoever's driving,
20.
without issue. You know how to drive a car.
Salem should be shotgun to point the way.
Oh, absolutely. I'm I'm not even gonna give that as an option. I've already buckled in. All right, go, 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 go.
Okay.
It's a very lead foot right now.
Yeah, you all pile in. Aisha hits the gas, and you all zoom on, heading down the road. I'm going to let's see.
You have from the time it takes her to adjust the seat forward to get in and buckled before she takes off. There's a chance she forgets to close the door and it whips shut instead.
Need belt! Need belt!
By this time, your Magi-Knight forms have dissolved away.
Mhm.
But you look around, and actually, the Wanderer is sitting there on the armrest in between Aisha and Salem. He looks to you, but you all kind of glance at him because they're kind of the type that like only pop in when needed, but the cat being there is a very clear indication that even they consider this to be a priority. Now, I'm going to need another check from Salem to try to navigate while sensing that that connection that he has with Damian. The first thing I need you to make is another mysticism check. After that, it's going to be up to you. It can be a influence or an insight check.
Please don't fail. Please don't fail. 17.
17. Now make me either an insight or an influence check.
16 on insight.
Sorry, I was given peanut butter Rice Krispies.
Understandable. No, you're good.
Anyway, you drive for about 40 minutes. The good news is it's well past midnight and the roads are virtually empty in Loropa City this late. You continue following this trail, weaving about buildings, navigated by Salem. As the time goes by, you get closer and closer. There's a layer of worry and apprehension that hovers over each of you. Salem says, "Turn right here," and Aisha turns right. The tires squeal, and you fishtail a little bit as you're rounding this bend. But then you level out and continue driving. And there on your left, you see the very tall skyscraper that is Gidim Development. And Salem, as you pass that, you sense that flicker of the flame that is Damian at the very top.
He's up there. They are right up there, so let's go get them.
What are you doing?
I overcame the urge that I just had, which was to drive the car in the front door.
Oh no. Oh no. Hopefully you didn't say that out loud, because Salem would actually at this point do it.
Go for it.
Just do it. Tear this damn building down.
Corruption points.
No.
Get
I
some
overcame the urge.
how's that canyon?
Overcame the urge. I'm gonna
Get in there.
squeal to a stop in front of the front doors though, opening the door and rolling out and start running at the building.
Mute. You're muted.
I apologize. So you screech to a halt right in front of the double doors of this building. You go up on the curb and across the sidewalk to do this. You then stop and you get out. What are you doing from there?
I swing open the car door as it's breaking and tumble out, and once I get back to my feet, start running at the front door.
Okay, you run towards the front door. Is anybody
Okay,
else
I already
following?
know this is a push or pull, so I either pull it as hard as I can or push it as hard as I can.
You certainly
depending on
can.
It's probably locked.
You certainly can, and it is most certainly locked.
I'll follow out, but I'm not running. I'm just walking to catch up.
Kat wants to check her crystal to see if there's any chance it's glowing. If there's any way of transforming. Mysticism?
Mysticism.
Something she's not very good at. 13.
Your soul crystal is not glowing.
Too far, probably. I mean, if we transformed, we might be able to get up to the top really easily. But
That's correct, Wanderer.
The Wanderer is climbing out of the car, too. That's a big skyscraper.
What floor is he on?
Just the top.
Or
are we able to get up to the top as Magi-Knights?
The cat looks up. Oh. No, that thing is huge. A skyscraper is like really big. Really, really big. We're talking like 50 or more floors.
I think they're overcompensating.
I'll try one more time to push this door open as hard as I can.
Sure, athletics check.
What is this door like?
15.
So it is a glass set of double doors. It's kind of metal handles that are just like a big U that go through the glass and then U on the other side. The glass is not see-through. It's actually one of those one-way mirror glass. So Aisha grabs the handles and yanks as hard as she can. And they barely even move.
I have a feeling if we break the glass or try to break the glass, it'll set off an alarm.
Oh, most definitely.
That's fine, because I want to try Force of Transformation.
Aisha, I'm not gonna argue with you. This is no. We have to save Damian. I can. My connection to them is fuzzy, at best. It feels really weird. No. This is going to shatter your crystal. There's no going.
That's fine.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But I will definitely do it.
Yeah. There's 2 cracks, right?
2 cracks, yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Like there's like zero fanfare about it. It's a flash of light and the armor's back and the sword is in her hand and she is shoving all 10 feet of that blade into the glass.
Second. You hold on to your crystal, just kind of yelling out in rage as you force this transformation. The The Wanderer does not stop you, and you hear 2 fractures of your crystal. The energy of your transformation ignites your body, almost like flames, in a desperate attempt. You reveal yourself as Starseeker, wielding that gigantic blade in your hand. I want you to make a weapons attack.
I always try to scroll down instead of clicking the tab. 19.
19. You hit it against the window, and it almost reverberates in the hit. You feel the blade vibrating in your hand, and you pull it back and shaking. The whole building seems to almost ripple outward from the impact of your strike, and you see this wobbling sensation, almost like throwing a stone into a pond and seeing the ripple outward, and you realize you didn't hit the building at all.
Force field.
You hit a force field about an inch in front of it.
That reminds me of the cultists when they were summoning. They made that protective barrier. The whole building has a protective barrier.
And we find a weak spot and shatter it.
Wanderer, do you know a way to get through a barrier like this?
I do. He says this as he's placing a cat's paw against the building. But I'm not gonna lie. The magic that would take to shatter this barrier is more than any of you 4 are able to put out. You're not nearly strong enough to break this barrier.
Even all together?
Even all together.
What if there were 5 of us again?
Call him, please.
The cat looks at you. I don't know what you mean. There's only the 4 of you right now, and the only other Magi-Knight in existence right now is in a coma. There's only 6 of you out right now, and that's all I can maintain.
But if there were a 5th person, would that be enough to break through it?
Possibly. It would be difficult, but if they were on the same power level as you all are, and all of you work together and put out all of your magic, that would probably be enough.
My magic's currently at 0.
Salem gives Melody a nod. Like, do what you need to do.
Maybe there's a magic way through this.
Okay, I'm going to step away from where the Wanderer can hear me. And, well, I mean, who knows how far he can hear, but just step away a bit and then use my coin to call James. And I can say 25 words, I think. So
Correct.
I'll just say, Damian was taken in to get him development. Can you come help us?
It's only 11 words. You see anything else?
Please?
No, I think that's really all he needs.
While that's happening, I want to introduce Serge to recover MP.
You can absolutely do that. Melody, what is your current friendship level with James Ronan?
It is.
Crazy high.
Yes, it's 51.
Jesus Christ. You hear a voice back. It's groggy. You first hear a really long sigh. Like, this individual purposely spent effort to enunciate a sigh so you would hear it through this magic. I just want to point this out. He is the biggest fucking drama queen on the planet. But the first thing you hear is... what time is it? Okay. For you, Melody. On my way. And then the voice trails off. God fucking damn, I gotta get up and get dressed. And
I'm surprised he was even asleep. It's only midnight. That's early.
Midnight for a nerd. Quick clarification: is spellcasting modifier ma'am or spell attack?
Yeah.
Ma'am. It's
Okay,
MAM,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Oh, if you're casting a spell though, it would be spell attack, so you'd have
Yeah,
proficiency
using-
added.
No, I was using the energy search, and I was like, that doesn't say ma'am or spell attack. I don't know which one this is supposed to be.
Oh. I'll have to look at it.
Anyway. The spell ends with just like every so often a muttered curse. But the spell does end.
I can't remember. Did he change it so that it can be used more than once? Or is it still in one-time use?
It's
coin?
one-time use. After the spell completes, the little paper coin that he gave you ignites into flame.
Okay, I'll have to ask him for another one.
Even in the rain, like, it burns, and it burns with like the sickly dark blue, almost black light before fading away completely.
Did it like feel hot? Because I would have been holding it when I was talking to
It
him.
did not feel hot at all.
Oh, okay.
Drama queen. Damn.
While we are waiting,
Did they hear or just me?
It's just you.
Okay.
No, that was just John responding, not Salem.
Okay.
while we are waiting, Starseeker has her hands against the barrier and is just pushing as hard as she can.
You can continue to do so, but
Just a little flavor.
Cat wants to walk around the building to see if there's any other entrances, anything. There's a barrier, but is there anything else if the barrier was gone?
there are a total of 4 entrances into this building. There's a set of double doors in the front, and there are 3 side doors. 2 of them are security doors. They have one of those push button knobs on them. The very back is basically a garage door, almost just a big tall door that looks like a truck could back up to. It's about 5 feet off the ground, but that's about it.
Why does an office building need a loading bay?
It's our cultists.
Post-it notes are heavy.
They probably have a lot of cultist things in there.
Like post-it notes.
The Wanderer is watching Starseeker pushing against this barrier, but to no avail. Is anybody doing anything as Melody returns?
I'm trying to investigate the area for sigils, any sort of thing that we could possibly tamper with to weaken it or to weaken them around the building.
Make an investigation check.
Damn, 7. Had it too good for too long.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do not see any signs of any sigils or anything like that on the outside of this building.
Okay.
Why did you roll twice?
I don't know why. I only clicked it once. Oh, I guess
So it would
15,
have been
but
15.
Would have
oh,
been
shit,
15.
I didn't even see that. Yeah.
Same thing, unfortunately.
That's what I thought, but all right.
By your watch, it would be almost it would be about 1:30 in the morning by the time
Perfect.
James Ronan arrives. Takes him a little bit to get there. You see him you see a silhouette of an individual riding a skateboard. And as it draws near, you see a very familiar sight, Melody. Skinny, lanky individual wearing a hoodie with the hood pulled up over their head. The four of you are kind of standing in front of the building, waiting. Melody, I feel like you're watching for this sort of thing. So you would be the first person to notice them. Do you do anything when you notice them?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to him.
Until someone vocally says something, I'm still punching this barrier.
No one's gonna stop you.
Does anybody? Let's do this real quick. Melody, are you? Because the Wanderer is still there. So my question is, are you doing like walking over towards them openly, or are you trying to be stealthy about it?
I think I'll try to be stealthy.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Wow.
22.
I'm pretty sure that beats everybody's passive perceptions.
Oh yeah, I'm not even worried. Like,
Giving myself a -5 right now.
Most people are focused on Aisha, who is punching this barrier. The Wanderer is maintaining the transformation for her, but it's really not doing anything. Melody, since you're watching the side streets, you would see James approaching. And so you very quietly back away and make your way over to him. As he sees you approach, he stops, kicks up his skateboard, and steps to a side alley so you can approach him.
Is it still raining?
It is.
Okay. I say, hey,
drenched.
sorry. Yes, I know. Said, hey, sorry for making you come out in the rain
It's fine.
in the middle of the night.
It's fine, Melody. What's going on?
Say, I didn't know you skate. We should skate together sometime.
I picked it up recently.
Oh. Anyway, so Damian disappeared at the end of our fight we just had, and the Salem sensed that they were brought here, and there's this big force field around the building, and the Wanderer said that maybe if there were 5 of us, we could break through the barrier. We were wondering if you could help somehow.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Me and James and persuasion just never mix.
It really doesn't, which is hilarious because, like, he has such a soft spot for you. Your DCs are never that big. They're really
Oh,
not.
no.
They're never that big, but yeah. Okay. So here's what happens. He says, he didn't say that that cat was going to be here.
Yeah, if I could have avoided that, I would have. He's currently helping Aisha because she forced a transformation, so she's trying to break through the barrier.
I'm not sure what all I could do. For you, I guess I'll try. But don't expect miracles here.
I don't. I just wanted to see if it would work, is all.
He looks at you thoughtfully for a moment. A minute goes by, and he's just staring at you. It kind of gets uncomfortable, and you feel yourself like kind of shuffling a little bit under his scrutiny. But eventually he says, "You owe me one."
I thought I already did owe you one because you're gonna hang out with me in Salem soon. So I double owe you one.
He turns and begins walking away towards the back of the building, and you hear him call over his shoulder, "Yeah."
Oh, great. Okay.
Do what you gotta do. I'll be back here on my end.
All right. All right, I'll go over to the Wanderer and say, so what do we need to do to try to break the barrier? Because I feel like we're going to be able to do it this time with just the four of us.
The Wanderer gives you a really weird look.
We have to try.
Oh, we're trying.
All of you are going to have to transform.
Are you able to do that?
I can allow you a transformation. But I've got to tell you that I don't, even if the four of you are in your Magi-Knight form, I don't think it's going to be enough. But I will let you try if you really want to try.
We have to try.
We're Magi-Knights. We gotta believe in some miracles, right? So.
We can't just get him have Damian.
Okay. Well, if that's really what you want to do,
What other choice is there? Nothing?
at this moment, I'm not sure. What I'm sensing off Damian is fading, and fading fast.
Then we have to hurry.
Oh, Salem already transforms. Bye.
You grab your soul crystal and force a transformation. Each one of you shattering your soul crystal twice. In almost perfect unison, you hear those shatters. And then the Wanderer says, "Position yourself around the building. When I tell you to, cast your most powerful magical spell at the barrier. I'll do what I can too. Hopefully, it's enough."
I'll have an attack.
I don't have enough magic for the most powerful spell.
I don't think anyone's
you do.
energy surge, so energy surge to get back MP.
I used mine to get magic back during
Oh.
the battle.
You can take exhaustion to get some mana back, or to cast a spell without mana.
Right.
Yeah, I
yeah.
can cast. I can take an exhaustion point to cast a beam, but it would only be a level 1.
Do you want?
I guess so Aisha doesn't have any like attack spells. She's gonna amplify the group.
You're just casting a spell.
Okay.
Well, Kat will take an exhaustion point to use beam.
Okay. You all begin to position yourself around the building. Just out of curiosity, I want one person really quick to raise their hand because they're the ones who made it to the back of the building. It's not Aisha.
No, I did not know what your question was, so I was just being prepared.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Kat.
made it to the back?
Too late. Kat already raised their hand. So Kat is the
Kat's
person
gonna
who
run around to the back.
takes the back of the building. And when you run around to the back of the building, there you see that dude in the long hooded cloak with the goggles standing there. His hands are pushed forward towards the building, and like you around the building and you see them, and like they look at you and you look at them, and then that person turns away, not saying anything, just focusing on their task.
Okay, she will not go where he is, but kind of go in between where he is and where the next Magic Knight is. Kind of.
Yeah, so there's 2 of you at the back, there's 1 on either side and 1 in the front.
I'm on the side.
Yep. Melody and Salem are both on the sides, Aisha's in the front, and Kat is in the back along with James.
That's the best. That is the best outcome.
That she has a negative connection with. Oh, you.
So, here's what I need each one of you to do. Everyone, including Spectre, is making a mysticism check. Please make them now.
I'm sorry when I make us fail.
Wow.
Nice, James.
3 successes at least. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. God, I hope so.
At least 2. 1 maybe.
Maybe 0.
Ugh.
Oh, could be like a 50. We don't know.
It could be a DC 25, I think.
Jesus.
Each one of you cast your spell, forcing the energy towards that barrier around the building. You see the Spectre also casting their spell, this aura of sickly greenish energy erupting from their hands, hitting the barrier at the same time as the rest of you. The barrier begins to wobble and pulse as you're forcing your energy through it. Light begins to glow upward, up the skyscraper, higher and higher and higher. And as your energies are intermingling with the building, you feel a negative energy and almost repulsion pushing at you. Like, have you ever taken 2 magnets that have the same polarity and pushed them together and you feel that like bubble of force against it? That's kind of the sensation you're feeling as you're pumping your magic into the building. I'm going to need Aisha and Salem to make me rolls to resist magic. This is going to be using your magical attack modifier for this.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Since I was officially using Amplify, does the effect of Amplify come into play?
It It doesn't change anything in
Okay.
these rolls, yeah.
Well, I mean, it adds a +2 to our resist. That's all.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
13.
20.
There's an explosion outward of energy. It hits all of you. Most of you are able to keep your feet. Aisha, you are not. You are knocked backward, and you're going to take one more shatter to your soul crystal.
Okay.
This brings you up to 3. You hear that crack of your soul crystal as the energy blows you back and hits, and you hit the ground. You're looking up into the sky, and you see a beam of light erupt from the building upward. Like, remember in Ghostbusters at the very end when they destroy the thing and there's that big bolt of energy that shoots upward? It's kind of like that. You watch this, Aisha, as the wind is knocked out of your lungs, and you kind of gasp there watching this. And then the rain, like, for a brief second, when that bolt of energy hits the clouds, the rain stops and just pauses. You all sort of just look up as the realization of the rain disappearing hits you all. You all look up and see that same blast of light that just kind of erupts and flickers through the clouds. And then suddenly the rain just whoosh back down onto you all. You cannot sense the barrier anymore. But Salem, you also cannot sense Damian. And that's where we're going to end things for this evening.
Oh, come on.
Oh boy.
I know. I am a horrible, horrible person.
No, that's great. That's great.
Well done, everybody. You have defeated the barrier around Gidim development.
Yes.
But Salem...
One extra crack? That's a pretty good price to pay.
Pretty good price to pay, actually. But as that rain continues to fall once again, like Salem, there's this little sense of loss. It's kind of just tickling the back of your brain. And you're not quite sure why. And so we're going to pick up on that here in 2 weeks when we continue the adventures of the Dream Seekers. So well done, everybody. Things are getting very intense. But hey, you beat the challenge.
Yay!
Oh boy.
Thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back in 2 weeks. One of our heroes have been kidnapped. The rest of our heroes are rushing to their rescue. Can they do it? We'll find out. Can't wait. Well, whew. Man, look at those numbers across the board. Ouch. Anywho, As always, we go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Salem, you did the recap for Melody, so I guess I'm going to start with you.
With me?
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'm John. I played Salem tonight. I'm not emotionally vulnerable or sobbing inside at all. No, you are. But you can find me here every other Monday and Wednesday. I play Draven on Mondays in the Aether Tech Wars. You can also find me at Blue Sky at johnpoart.bluesky.social. So.
Okay. Heck yeah. Let's go to your left to Kat.
I'm Ashleyien. I played Cat or Skyseeker today. And you can find me here every 2 weeks in the Magi-Knights.
Random Rhapsody exclusive right there. Aisha, you're next.
Hi, I was your Aisha for today. I was your punch drunk hero. You can find me everywhere that matters, plus Twitter at Destiny Trio INC. Beyond that, you can sometimes find me uploading stuff to YouTube. I fell off the ball, but I could get back to Let's Play of Xenogears I'm doing. Thanks.
Heck yeah. Jumping down to Melody. Melody, where are you?
I am Kira, the assistant creator of Magi-Knights Awakening, and you can find our rulebook and any of our social media accounts linked on our website, magi-knights.com. We were going to have a Kickstarter soon, but we're postponing it because of the tariff situation, so I'll get back to you on when that will be, but you can check out our new cultist personality quiz we just put up on our site today. That's super fun. You can find out which cult that you would belong to if you were in the Magi-Knights Awakening world based on your personality. And I'm also the author of the children's book, My Dad the Game Master, which you can also find a link to on our site.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. Jumping off of what Kira just said, I'm going to say, fuck Trump and fuck his tariffs. Yeah. Just straight up, bro. Other than that, you can absolutely find me on all of the socials. If it's a social and it exists, I'm there. I'm going by Scruffy Wanderer. You can always find me, and most of the time I'm just dunking on douchebags who support that douchebag. So if you enjoy that sort of thing and want to come hang out with me, feel free to do that. Other than that, let's go around the table. I am here every Monday and Wednesday. I'm also doing other side projects. You can go see those side projects if you want, and you can find them on my socials. Other than that, that's kind of it. I'll be back on Monday. Can't wait. And so, on behalf of everyone here in the Magi-Knights and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long, and good luck. And until next time, may your dreams be infinite. Good night.
Nighty night.
Nighty night.
Night.